Hey guys, Matt Robinson here, founder of the Professional Investors Guild. Great to have you guys here on our latest Facebook Live video. In just a minute, I'm going to answer a question that I get a lot as here around the Professional Investors Guild. We get a lot of questions about this specific topic, but I'm going to get to it in just a second. But if this is the first time you've come into contact with us, maybe you just kind of found this video on YouTube, or you're watching us live on Facebook right now, or maybe you kind of come across the replay of this video. If you're just getting familiar with us, I just want to welcome you and let you know you can find out more about the Professional Investors Guild or join our mailing list and get a couple of free gifts by jumping on over to pigfreegift.com. That's www.pigfreegift.com. Or just find out more about us and visit our website at professionalinvestorsguild.com. But the question that I want to answer, again, one that I get quite a few times around here, is how do I get rid of the awful, terrible, unforgettable smell that is, pet odors, especially cat pee, cat urine. A lot of times it's funny because that's one of the factors that gets a lot of people to turn away from a house or not do a renovation, because one of the most noxious odors in the world is pet urine, especially cat urine. And my wife will tell you I'm not a huge pet fan anyway, but I know some of you love your pets. I don't want to insult them. I'm sure they're great and you love them like a best friend. But when a cat pees and it just sits there, it is one of the worst odors ever, especially in a hot house. And so if you go into one of those Gulf Coast summers and you walk into a house that's been neglected, a foreclosure, and there's a pet urine odor, it is one of the most unbelievable, knock you off your feet things that nobody enjoys. So if you go through there, we always joke around and say in the real estate industry, when we go in a house and we smell that, we go, whoo, smells like money. Because the reality is most of the time you're going to get a good deal on a house like that, because many investors are going to run away from it like it is the plague, because sometimes it smells like the plague took place in that house. So let me just give you a couple quick pointers, because at some point in your investing career, you're going to come across a house, whether it's a rental property of yours that you didn't know they had pets in, or for whatever reason you let them have pets in, and that $150 deposit you got wasn't anywhere close to be worth putting up with all the junk that they left you with. But anyway, if you've got pet odors in your rental or your rehab, this is one of the great ways to get rid of it. Now, if you can remove the carpet, obviously that's a huge plus. If it's older carpet, or if they've just destroyed the carpet and you're totally taking it out, that's going to be great. That's what you're going to be doing most of the time with a rehab property. So if you come across that and you can get down to the slab, you're going to have a lot more success in getting rid of those terrible pet odors. And the way you get rid of it is basically you want to get down to the slab, and there's a lot of different mixtures out there. You want to use some type of acid mixture, but a great one we've used in the past is just mixing together white vinegar and baking soda, and going through and just coating the entire slab with that mixture, letting it dry, then going back and cleaning it up. Now the key is, after you've cleaned it with whatever mixture you're going to use, is going back in and covering it up. You really can't get rid of completely the crystals that are created by pet urine from a porous surface. So wood, cement slabs, concrete slabs, they have a porous surface. So when the pet's urine gets in there, it's really virtually impossible to get it totally out. So once you clean it, you have to go back and seal it, okay? And so there's a lot of different sealers you can use. A great one, just some kind of, oil-based sealant that or paint that you can use that's going to go over the concrete surface and seal it in. Because the problem is even if you clean it, if those crystals still exist and they're almost impossible to get rid of, as soon as it hits moisture, or as soon as it gets real warm or, mildewy, whatever in there, that smell is probably going to return. So clean it, then go back over and cover it with some kind of sealant. You can do the same process basically on wood, but you're going to use some type of kills like primer, shellac, or something that is able to go over that wood before you put the floors down. Now let me answer this question for you too, because some of you are going to be in a rental property. Maybe the carpet wasn't terrible, so you don't want to rip it out. You don't want to get totally brand new carpet, but there's a few spots that you want to try to spot treat. You can still do a vinegar and baking soda mixture. There's a bunch of recipes online that you can create a spray that you can put on the actual carpet to get rid of that. There's a number of other things you can use, but let me tell you what most investors swear by. It's a product. It's available at most places. I believe they have it at Sam's. I know I've bought it at Lowe's. I think they may have stopped carrying it there, but you can buy it online, and it's called Odors. If you know anybody in the industry, most real estate investors that have had to get rid of this stuff, these smells, they will swear by Odoban. And the great thing about that product is once you've cleaned it off the surface of the carpet, a great idea is, and a lot of people don't think about this, if you want to get to the slab, you can't really do it without ripping up the carpet and messing things up. So get a syringe from like a veterinary office or somewhere. It's funny I say vet office when we're dealing with pets, but somewhere where you can get one of those big syringes with a needle. Fill that bad boy up with some Odoban and go in all the trouble spots, or maybe go through the whole house if you have to, but go through all the trouble spots and you can stick that needle through the carpet, inject the Odoban down onto the slab or onto the floors and be able to get to where those crystals are at without having to rip up your carpet or destroy your floors. That needle will allow you to get through there. So anyway, hopefully that helps. I know that's a big issue. You're going to come across this one time or another. But again, Odoban, if you have to, try to inject it underneath the carpets, or if you can get those carpets up, make sure you clean with an acid and then cover it up with some kind of a sealant. If you have any questions, hit us up on Facebook, send us emails, visit us on YouTube, whatever. We'll try to respond to all those questions and add your question to our next Ask the Pig video. Again, if you want to find out more about us, go to pigfreegift.com or professionalinvestorsguild.com. Thank you so much for joining us on this video. We will talk to you next time.